For the first time in my life, I have to buy a car, and I have no idea where to start. Hello friends and welcome back. First, I just wanted to quickly say thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed from my last video about A Christmas Prince. If you haven't already and you're interested in keeping up to date with what I'm doing, please go ahead and like and subscribe to this video while I slurp my Joe. Did you do it? Did you like and subscribe? So I don't know too much about cars, outside of what I've gleaned from the Fast and the Furious franchise, but the way that they drive in those movies just doesn't really apply to me, Because I don't know how to drive stick. Back in high school, I used to drive my dad's old Chevy Lumina, which is a car I'm pretty sure doesn't exist anymore. It was purple and had really comfortable seats and like a super soft gas pedal where you just kind of willed the car to move. I loved that car. I only crashed it like 3 times. I also wrecked the speakers, blasting cool and still relevant bands like Fuel and Switchfoot. Leave the bleeding in my hands. Having lived in Manhattan and Brooklyn for the last several years, there's really been no reason for me to own a car. I'd basically be paying $300 a month for the privilege of moving it for alternate side parking every night. Now, it's not that I haven't driven at all over the past 10 years. It's just that I drive so infrequently that I'm always way more impressed than I should be by completely standard features. Oh, this Hyundai Sonata has an aux input? What? It's kind of like how I haven't had a video game console since the late 90s, so every time I see the graphics on a current one, it's like I've traveled from colonial times. So, being the noob that I am, I went to the place that everyone goes to for great advice, YouTube. Turns out, I guess not shockingly, YouTubers who talk about cars have hella views, which makes sense as you're either talking about something super cool and unobtainable like a sweet race car, or something lame and practical that dummies like me genuinely need advice on. Turns out that most videos about mid-size SUVs are either boring, annoying, or very, very weird, or sometimes all of the above. And look, I sympathize. These people are trying to take something that is objectively dull, like the cars that our moms all drive, and turn it into a sexy, watchable 10-minute YouTube video. A few guys started popping up in my searches over and over again as I searched for which of these basically identical cars should I buy. Let's start with Kelley Blue Book and their 500,000 subscribers. Their videos are hosted primarily by this guy named Mika Muzio. There's something about his energy that reminds me of that guy who used to host The Daily Show before Jon Stewart, Craig Kilborn. He's real smirky and he has one of those deliveries where you can never tell if he's being sarcastic or not, so anytime he gives an opinion on something, you're like, wait, do you mean that or are you joking?
Dude, there are so many compact SUVs. Why would you choose the Nissan Rogue over all the others?
He'll also do stuff where he'll be like, huh, and you're gonna wanna hear this. And he'll start driving, and then he'll be like, kind of do like Jim from The Office mugging at the camera, and I'm like, again, I don't know is that good or bad? What's happening? He also did this thing for which I will never forgive him, which is that in all of his videos, he points out in a car whether or not the armrest on the side of the door and the armrest and I guess the middle console don't line up, which is something that I have never thought about before. But now every time I've been in a car since I've seen this video, I'm always thinking about whether or not these damn things are aligned. He does have an adorable daughter about my son's age who shows up in some of his videos, so I think that's kind of sweet.
Is that all the fun? Yeah, that's it.
If you're looking for a little less snark, you're gonna wanna check out James and Thomas of Throttle House, along with their 500,000 subscribers. Now, it seems like their bread and butter is talking about super sexy race cars, but they talk about some normal shit too. Let's take a look.
How are the kids? They're good, yeah. Jemima's been acting up at school. Anyway, have a good day. You too.
Okay, so these guys are looking to inject a little humor into their videos. That's okay. This seemed a little dark, though.
Hi, hun? Yeah. We're moving. What? Yeah, no, it's Frank. He's a Star Wars prequels fan.
Oh, okay. That's the joke. That's kind of funny. After these goofy openings, they go into a more standard side-by-side review. Now, these videos aren't the most entertaining, but I kind of appreciate that they aren't trying to make the cars seem more interesting than they actually are. Unfortunately, as a future car buyer, the main takeaway from most of these videos seems to be that all of these cars are exactly the same.
Both of these cars, honestly, after getting out of that and into this, They feel like so broadly similar.
These cars are so similar immediately, the drive.
Boo, not helpful. It kind of reminds me of my friend Kelsey back in high school. She was getting ready to leave for college in Boston, and she's at our hometown dentist, and she tells him, hey, I'm gonna be in Boston for school next year. Do you have any recommendations for any good dentists up there? And then her dentist responds, they're all good. Really? Every single Boston dentist is good? Next up, with over 3 million subscribers, Doug DeMuro is the most likable guy of the bunch. The best way I can think to describe his delivery is like if Quentin Tarantino had really bad stage fright.
And then I'm gonna get it out on the road and drive it, and then I'm going to give it a Doug score.
The Doug score. That is the cutest thing I have ever heard. Doug, you adorable. Some guys barely even try and still pull in like 4 million views. Like this.
Did you know that one of the many things that car salespeople are trained to do is to get you emotionally involved in the car? That's the job of the salesperson. When you take the logic out of the equation, you can be talked into anything.
What the fuck is that? After a while, these videos really start to blend together. Like, how does the Nissan whatever compared to the Honda who gives a shit? That is until I found my oasis in this desert in the form of Scotty Kilmer. This guy is a kook. His videos are either horrible or amazing or both. I haven't decided yet. Let's take a look at Scotty in action.
For you car purists out there, you might be happy with the Mazda Miatas. They're continuing their stick shift standard transmission even in 2020. While everybody else seems to be getting rid of them.
Have you ever been stuck in line behind someone and they're just kind of like prattling on and like you can see that the guy at the help desk was just kind of like...
Ended production in 1996
Yep.
and they're making
Oh,
them
yeah,
again.
totally.
Now they don't actually have them out yet, but they are
Okay,
going to be
yeah,
making
well, I
them,
just
and
need
they're
to-
going to have some pretty interesting
Oh,
stuff in them.
okay.
They're going to have them so that...
Turns out if you just turned a camera on that guy, he would have 3 million YouTube subscribers. In this particular video, doesn't it seem like Scotty's sort of doing the Adam Sandler from Uncut Gems thing? Like, this is how I win. One of the reasons that Scotty does so well is that he is the king of the clickbaity thumbnail. He's like the car equivalent of those fake news articles where it's like, this gut doctor is begging you to throw away this vegetable. The thumbnails are usually just him like pointing at something like this, and it'll say like, don't. Even more amazing, he uses the same picture of himself for every single thumbnail. Look, this way, this way, this way. Even when he needs to point from the other side, he just flips the same picture. He couldn't even be bothered to take a second picture. Guys, maybe we're all just trying too hard. His titles are also super top-notch. I always like the ones that are both mysterious and a little insulting, like 5 car myths stupid people fall for, or 7 car myths stupid people fall for, or if you're not running your car's AC in the winter, you're stupid. If you'd oblige me, here are a few of my own that I think could work. Here's why you're an idiot if you use your windshield wipers when it's raining. Stop putting gas in like that, you ugly piece of shit. VW's lane assist is why your mother wishes you were never born. All joking aside, I actually did find these videos helpful. I still have zero idea what I'm gonna buy, but I do feel more confident that all cars in my price range are more or less the same car. It's kind of like I bought this gray sweatshirt from J. Crew, but it could have just as easily come from Everlane or Tony's Sweatshirt Emporium. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, please go ahead and put the likey thing on it, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm gonna have one of these videos every week. I'm really excited about 2020. I think it's gonna be a great, fun year for all of us. Comment down below. Let me know your favorite YouTube car guy if you got one, or if you have a mid-size SUV that you're particularly fond of, let me know about that. I'd love to get a hybrid or something. That sounds kind of cool. I love the environment. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time. Drive safe. If you clean your dashboard with this, you're an asshole. Why, you're the dumbest motherfucker on the planet if you put a bottle of soda in the cup holder. Why are you opening your car door like that, you wretched jackass? 42 car myths stupid people fall for.